What's going on, everybody? JolliB here, and today I bring you guys 10 beginner tips for Tree of Life. Tip number 1. First things you want to do when you play the game is you either want to rush on building your warden tree or joining yourself into a functional guild. Now I say this because you're gonna have limited inventory space and everything you will stumble on will have some use for you later down the line. So to do this is to store more stuff is you need to get yourself a warden tree and you need to craft yourself some warden tree sapling, which will require you twigs and 15 leaves, which can easily be done by chopping down trees. Now you will get more leaves, twigs, and apples and by punching down trees with your bare hands. Now with a guild tree created, you're gonna have a safe spot for you to make storage where other people from the same faction can't steal from you. As anything without a guild tree, anyone can just help themselves in your storage and they can take whatever they want. Now this will not stop any opposing factions from coming in and raiding you, but once you get that established, you can slowly work your way up with proper defenses. Make sure you build yourself a tower once you have an enclosure set up for your base. Any tower is good. I have the second level tower. You can get the primitive tower that you can get from the workbench. And once you have a tower, make sure you stock it up with arrows. Now right here you have arrow up 200. Now you will need to keep this stock as whenever an enemy faction comes near your guild base, the arrow will automatically shoot them. So just to be safe, make sure all your towers are well stocked, at least 200, but the more the merrier. This will deter any solo raider, but it will not fully stop a fully group raid. Keep an eye out when you're exploring, especially for ginseng. Ginseng is one of the essential requirements for upgrading your tree, and they sell quite decently in the market and quite fast. Since I know you're starting out, you probably not know what ginseng looks like, so here's what it looks like. That looks like a sunflower. They're really hard to spot from the distance, so keep an eye out for these. Just punch them and you either get ginseng and a seed or just ginseng. Aside from player-to-player trade, there is an NPC where you can sell all your junk. Now Mr. Babu can be found by checking your compass, and he is the ghost icon right there. And with the number below, we're telling you how far he is. Now if you press your map button, Mr. Babu is also the ghost icon right here. And as long as the item says it's sellable, like this item, then Mr. Babu will buy it from you. Now of course Mr. Babu doesn't discriminate. Let me just ditch this fish. He will buy anything from a full durability item to a 0 durability item. So it's perfect for once you're done with using the tool by like chopping up trees and whatevers and training your broken armor, you can go ahead and sell it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sell all this broken gear. And there you go, and you're gonna go press sell. and he'll give you your instant payment right there. Now you don't have to rely on the player market all the time, since the player market will not buy broken zero durability gear. Even though you can see them in the market, no one will buy them. And lastly, Mr. Babu has a fixed route for each region. He will always patrol the same area, so if you want, you can build your base on his patrol route, but I wouldn't highly recommend it, as Mr. Babu is also a spawn point for any dead players, as when you die in the game, you start into a ghost, and you have to find Mr. Babu to respawn to him. Tip number 5. Now, I've seen this a lot in chat. So, as you progress your skills, you're gonna get titles. So, to get these titles, you gotta accept them first before you can use them. So first thing first is what you do is you either press L or press E and click achievements, and you need to go under growth. As you can see right here, as you get higher skill on certain things, you get these titles: expert logger, skilled carpenter, and so on and so on. And before you can use these titles, you're gonna have to claim the reward, which is the title. And then to equip the title is you go to your equipment by pressing I, and then pressing this star icon right here, and you select from all the titles that you have accepted, and just click whatever you want. I feel like being a skilled farmer again, and there you go, you're a skilled farmer. Tip number 6. If you're just going around leveling up your ranching skill, please go ahead and untame your newly tamed animal. If you don't want to keep it for yourself and bring it back to your base, all you have to do is once you're done taming it, just release it, and there'll be no more timer, and you'll say goodbye to your abandoned pet. This way, for any other players that actually wants the creature, they can go ahead and tame it instead of wasting time and scouring the map. As you'll see when you explore, you're going to find roosters that are tamed by someone, but it's just left in the wilderness. And in the end, all they will be is just like this chicken right here. It's going to get sick, and the chicken will die out after that sick timer. But instead of someone else using that chicken, they now have to go find elsewhere to find these animals. Early on, you want to get as much points as you can, up to 320. 320 is the maximum skill points that you can have. Thus, you can only max out certain skills to 50. 50 is the maximum highest skill you can get on a skill. But each skill point will also increase your maximum HP right there with the heart icon next to the green bar, which is our hunger bar. That's where right now I have 1575 max HP, but I still have room to grow since I only have 283 points out of the 320 possible. Now later on, don't worry, as once you finally reach the cap of 320, you can lower and lock skills. So let's just say I don't want to have any more fishing skill and you want it to go back down to 0. All you have to do is lower it. And then if you're already at max point and you want to gain one more skill point in mining, it will take the skill point away from fishing and put it in mining instead. And you can also lock skills in case you don't want to get any more points for it, but you don't want to lower it. So with this dilemma, with 220 maximum skill points you can have 6 skills max to 50 with a leftover of 20 points to spread out. So do keep that in mind. Hermit play is possible, but group play is better to fill up your missing skills. Tip number 8. When you're about to log off for the night, make sure you log out with your most valuable items. Even though you think that your base is secured and safe, just to make sure you log off with your silver and any valuables that you find in your storages. Like for me, I value ginseng because they're pain and hard to find and highly sought for and easy to sell in the market. So what I do is I log off with the ginseng and the seeds, and the rest needs to be replaced. That way when you're offline, your most important valuables can't be taken. Tip number 9. As soon as you can, start replacing your fuel sources with coal. Coal is pretty abundant anywhere, starting area or the more deeper parts of the island, and is an easy fuel for light sources and for your furnace. Oops, oh, I don't want to pick it up. As you see, when you go in the furnace, one coal will burn out 15 firewood to make the 15 charcoal. So for a full stack of firewood, you will need 2 coal. If you were just using wood right here, this bar right here will be going faster, and you'll probably get maybe a 2-to-1 ratio as fuel instead of 1 out of 15. Tip 10. Last and final tip for you guys. Take your time to enjoy the game. This is a sandbox game. This is not an instant gratification kind game. Everything takes time. Pace yourself. You will not get to 50 overnight on one skill, as you will get bottlenecked by the resources it needs and just the experience points to get that 1 point in the end will require a lot of resources. So take your time. Set your goal, don't rush, this is a sandbox game, and don't get burnt out. Well, hope you enjoyed this 10 beginner tips for Tree of Life. If you like this video, please hit the like and the subscribe button as it really helps me out. And if you have any questions or if you think I missed something, please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.